We can cross now live to Athens to speak to our correspondent there, Natalie Tsipras. Natalie, tell us more firstly about this man coming in and his New Democracy Party.
Well, Kyriakos Mitsotakis is very much, if you like, a representation of Greece's establishment, in the sense that his father was also a former prime minister. His sister was a former foreign minister. She was also the Athens mayor. He's himself is a Harvard graduate, if you will, a banker in the past. So he's very much the representation of Greece's conservatism. He's the son of one of the leading political dynasties of the country. And he has managed yet, if you will, to unify Greeks behind him, despite this background, despite the need of Greeks to have a breath of fresh air. He managed to convince them that that's very much what he'll be able to do. And that's what he said in his message yesterday as well. I will unify Greece. I will unite the country. We need results and we need hard work. And that's exactly the message that he's been sending, not only Greeks, but also, as far as he's concerned, and hopefully foreign investors and the international business community at large.
Well, apart from this call for unity, what do you think the main thing voters will hope that this breath of fresh air will bring? What will he do differently from Tsipras?
Well, focus a bit more on the economy, in the sense where there's a viable solution to it. He said it as well. He wants to have an aggressive reform plans on all, not only on the economy though, from like restructuring the government, from law, order, but of course the economy remains the central issue for Greeks. What will he do? He said he will lighten taxation, which has been, crushing them for years now, for nearly a decade. He wants to unleash the forces of entrepreneurship, as he mentioned. He wants to foster investment, cut red tape, ease up the licensing procedure. It sounds like a miracle that Greece needs, and he seems, with his background and with his contacts and with all the work he's done in the past, to have convinced Greeks that he's the man to do it.
And meanwhile, Natalie, another surprising perhaps result of those elections is the far-right anti-immigration party has gone from third biggest to having no seats in Parliament at all. What happened there?
Yeah, that's the big surprise, actually, Golden Dawn, which kind of was the pin-up, if you want, of Europe's far right. They came, from an inexistent party to having 18 lawmakers in Greece's 300-seat legislative assembly, to being completely wiped out. They didn't manage to make the 3% threshold that is required to get into Greece's parliament. Now, the leader himself, Kyriakos, conceded defeat yesterday, but he said that no one is done with Golden Dawn. They're not done. They will continue their work as they started in the streets of Athens, and they will continue pushing the nationalist message, and ended with a Hail Victory in reference to Hitler's, as everyone knows, Sieg Heil. So for the moment, it's, Hail Victory to the forces that oppose Golden Dawn, and a huge surprise for Greeks, and for many a huge sigh of relief that with the end and with the post-bailout era comes the post-Golden Dawn era, which is one where it's no longer represented in Greece's parliament.
Okay, Natalie Tsipras, thanks a lot for that. And Natalie Tsipras there, our correspondent.